Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That my OBS has disconnected. Okay, good. Thank goodness it's reconnected successfully. So I'm not sure what that was about. But yeah, welcome to SRAC, to the Maximum Effort Oval Championship. We are on the final round of this championship, this series, coming to you from Walvisbaai or Walvisbaai up in Namibia. It is actually the original track was actually a dirt track. So Peter Grobler, who races in this series as well, he decided to take it upon himself to create a tarmac oval. And as you can see, the name over there is Desert Raceway. So some definite exciting racing going to happen tonight. I've just got word that the guys have actually disconnected from this server and have jumped onto a separate qualifying server. So let me just jump to a quick ad break, and then while I jump over to that server, and then I will get the introductions all done for you over there. So apologies, I wasn't aware that we're going to jump over to a separate server this evening, but we'll be back in just a minute with the qualifying. All right, we are back in the qualifying server this time, as you can see. And again, because of the solo qualifying, we are probably only going to see one car driving around on track. So I guess you'll just have to deal with me in the meantime. But like I said, like I was saying a little bit earlier, we are at Desert Raceway, which is originally a dirt oval in Namibia, which Peter Grobler actually converted, or not converted, he actually decided to make it into a tarmac oval, I believe. As far as I'm aware, that is what I could gather from the internet. So the last round of the Oval Championship, it is going to be run separately in the next season, which I'm not, I haven't gotten that information as to when it's going to start, but in the future by SAOL. So I think that Sim Race Africa are going to be doing another league, which I got told were V8 stock cars. They look pretty nice. I must admit, I actually got shown them about 5-10 minutes ago. So that's what's going to be happening after this championship. But, and again, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but my name is Morne Plooy. I'll be your host, commentator / broadcaster this evening. It looks like we have, I'm not sure if that's Donnie van Rooyen actually that's going around on track. No, that looks like it's Dennis Knutzer. Let's just have a double check there if I'm right. I think so, as you can see, possibly, but once I'm done with the drone camera here, I will go on board with him on track, and then maybe he can give us a nice little lap around this Desert Raceway. Let me just get the standings up for you guys. So, Donnie van Rooyen still leading the championship, by no surprise, with 410 points. Dennis Knutzer is in second, Malman Groos in third, So those guys, I'm not too sure. Maybe if Donny van Rooyen has a shocker of an evening tonight, which will be highly unlikely, then possibly Dennis Knutzer will maybe overtake him in the points. But it does look like Donny van Rooyen's got this one in the bag. And then, like I said, third place, Melvin Goos. So he's got also he's quite far back from Dennis Knutzer, so I don't know if he's going to be able to jump up any positions. But hopefully he has a good race anyway. And then in fourth place, Unro Stadler with 236 points. And Conrad Janssen van Rensburg in fifth, Peter Grobler in sixth. Herman Nieuwoud in seventh, Mike McGeer, who's in eighth, Cleopas in ninth, Hannes Besson in 10th. And then in 11th place, Jandro Duppenaar, he just jumped outside the top 10 after the last round. So he's unfortunately dropped out of the top 10. And then 12th place, Daniel Odell. And 13th place, Martin Makies. 14th, Tim Close. Van Joubert in 15th. Marnus du Plessis in 16th. Matthew van der Merwe in 17th. Yannick Kaliansky in 18th. Ronald Childs in 19th, who I haven't seen in a while. As you can see by his amount of points there. So I don't think he's raced in this league too much. And the same with Denise Joubert in 20th. So that is your championship table. So Donny van Rooyen's definitely got a great chance to take this away in style this evening. We'll see if he's able to do that. Excuse me. And then our race format, as always, the guys had 10 minutes of practice prior to this qualifying session, which is 8 minutes long. And then we have two heats. The first heat, 20 laps. And after the first heat's done, we'll go into another reverse grid heat. That's number 2, also 20 laps. And then after that, a final of 25 laps for those of you who don't know how the event format works. So yeah, the final, just an extra 5 laps, which is not much considering it's 13 seconds, almost 14 seconds a lap. So yeah, the races don't last too long around these short oval tracks. So that's your event format. I actually now, as soon as though I have some time, want to just try and go have a look to see who is actually in the pits. Just so we can have a proper look at these liveries. I'm not sure if it's going to have all of the cars in here. Like I said, the solo qualifying, how it works is it just shows one car on the track. So we'll have a look here and see whose cars we can actually check out while they're in these very bare looking garages. Okay, so this must be Melvin Goos over here with the Volvo cars in Namibia. Number 46. So I can't, oh no, okay, it's Mike McGeer. There's his name on the back of the car. So the minis that got introduced last week, they are looking pretty snazzy over there. That's the one of Mike McGeer. I believe Melvin Goos is also running a Volvo Cars Namibia. And then we've got the Mellow Yellow, Martin Makies. We'll try, and this is the one with the Lumo green headlights. So also again looking really nice in the yellow and green, the Mellow Yellow design. With 1 minute left of qualifying, Donny van Rooyen putting it on top again. Dennis Knutzer, it's going to be a battle between those two guys again, I'm sure. And then we've got the Mile 7 Renault of, I'm not sure who this one belongs to, number 111. Let's have a look around the back to see if it's got the name. It's Conrad, okay, Conrad Janssen van Rensburg. So we've got some cars on the other side over there as well. And then Greyhound, it's probably got his name on the back. Oh no, there, it's Tim Close. So Lumo yellow and grey, very cool. Greyhound livery, and then someone's tucked away on the inside over here in the middle of the wall. So Magic Racing, unfortunately, he's like stuck in the wall there, so I can't really show off his livery, although let's just go through the wall here, why not? So I'm not sure whose car that is, but nice South African flag on the top of the car. And then number 15, Renegade Racing. Who is that? I'm not sure who this is, but once again, really nice, really cool looking liveries. Just want to have a quick squiz over here at the top end of the pit garage. And there goes, that is Dennis Knutzer. Yep, I recognize that purple car now. Oh, and then there's the monster one of Peter Grobler, I believe. So I believe this is Peter Grobler's. So I'm just going to have a double check here. It should have his name. His number is 22. Yep, and it said Grobby's at the back there. So he's unfortunately just jumped over into the other server, and there is our league sponsor, Mr. Donnie van Rooyen himself in his Red Bull livery. Once again, big shout out to Maximum Effort for sponsoring this series. It's been a great one. It's been good to have everyone watching in the YouTube channel. So we are getting ready for heat number 1 here. So we are going to quickly jump to that ad break once again and then be back in a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute with the action. And we are back just with a short warm-up session following Donnie van Rooyen around. So he is looking once again like the one to beat here at Walvisbaai. So it's going to be a good one between Donnie van Rooyen and Dennis Knutzer, I believe. And then I missed everyone saying how's it in the YouTube chat there. But I did actually try and type on my phone in YouTube channel, how's it Craig and Neil, and then I see Unro also typing in there. So welcome guys, Melvin Coe saying hi Hilton, Melvin's busy racing and typing in the YouTube chat at the same time. So it looks like they've skipped to the race, which is good for us. That means no more waiting. So let us get a good vantage point here of the race start. I'm going to try my best to get the best shot possible. if anyone does want to just mention there in the YouTube chat, if all the audio is all, if everything's sounding good, if you guys can see any issues with the video or anything like that, I'd appreciate you guys letting me know. But otherwise, on my side, I think it's looking all good for the last race of the season. Looking forward to the next one. Who knows, maybe in the next SRAC league I'll be joining, or I might be streaming, who knows, but we will have to see. So Donny van Rooyen on the inside there, and Dennis Knutz is on the outside. Oh, okay, they must have restarted it again. Apologies for that. Looks like they restarted it. Someone obviously wasn't ready. So Dennis Knutz is on the outside lane there. He's going to be trying to hold that outside line going through the first turn. We're going to have to see what Dennis can do, what kind of fight he can actually put up against Donny van Rooyen. So Melvin's home track advantage, definitely. Melvin being from Namibia. So we'll see if Melvin can pull one out of the bag here. As Craig Wesley is busy rooting for him in the chat there. Oh my, what is happening? So I'm not sure why it keeps on restarting the timer, but hopefully we'll get underway soon. There must be some sort of issue, I'm not sure what, but maybe I will be put in the loop soon. Otherwise, hopefully third time lucky. And now I see we're on my car in the pits, so let me just jump over to Dennis Knutz. There we go. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed the drone cam as well. I've been trying to incorporate into the races just to bring a little bit of a different edge. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky controlling the camera and then doing commentary at the same time, but yeah, I'll try and bring the best visuals as possible. So okay, there's definitely something up here. Let me quickly double check. I'm not sure what is going on, but I'm going to quickly message one of the admins over there and then find out what exactly is going on. So let me just jump to the intro video once again. I saw someone commenting earlier saying how awesome it is. So let me just, I don't want to jump over to an ad and then the race actually starts. So we will wait and see. If it does it one more time, then I will do that. I'll jump to an ad break quickly and then find out what is going on. It must be because someone's not ready, but I don't see anybody else in the pits. But maybe they're waiting for someone to join the server. We will soon find out if we don't get going now. We've got 3, 4, 5 lights, 6 lights, and this looks like it's ready to go. All right, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. So Donny van Rooyen getting a great start once again, holding the inside line. Dennis Knutz following on the outside, just falling in behind as they come around for the first lap. So it's saying Dennis Knutz, okay, there we go, my times just had to update. So Peter Grobler is sitting in third. He's fighting Dennis Knutz for second, and he actually takes second for a brief moment. Oh, and Peter Grobler just running wide, and that is Melvin Close getting a little bit sideways. Let's go on board here now. So Melvin Close getting a bit sideways, they're losing the position. Grobler going up to P2 now. So Peter Grobler and Dennis Knutz, the fight on our hands right now for P2. This gives Donny van Rooyen all the space he needs up in the front. Melvin Close in fourth, Conrad Jans van Rensburg in fifth, Dennis Knutz. These two are side by side. I'm actually going to try and cut to an onboard shot. Maybe see from this view. Okay, so Dennis Knutz has got the P2 in the bag for now, with Peter Grobler still there, diving up the inside. A little bit of contact between the two. Peter Grobler gets sent around spinning. We'll see if Peter Grobler can actually get out of that without a mess. And does well to avoid all the cars coming straight at him. So he's got a big fight on his hands now if he wants to catch up to the top guys up at the front. So unfortunately, that not paying off for Peter Grobler. He took a chance diving up the inside, and unfortunately he just had a bit of contact there with Dennis Knutzer, I think. So Donnie van Rooyen now sitting pretty up in front with quite a big lead. Must be, I was about to say must be over 2 seconds, and 2.5 seconds the gap. Peter Grobler now in 10th place, Cleopas in 9th, Tim Close in a decent 8th place, Mike McGear in 7th. We'll have a look at the cars. Oh, and someone gets spun around there. That's Herman Nieboot, unfortunately. So he's going to be fighting with Peter Grobler for the last spot at the back. So that's Mike McGear, who we can see on board with now. And also by the name over there, PWR Racing. So trying to have a good dice here with Tim Close, our international driver, trying up on the outside. Is he going to get this move done? He's got some good momentum. Mike McGear, does he have it? A little bit of contact again. So I believe it's that same corner, but we'll see now if Mike can make it stick. Or trying to give each other as much space as possible, and it looks like Mike has this in the bag, so nice move there by Mike. A little bit persistent, but sometimes you have to be to get the move done. So Dennis Knutzer now very far back, almost a whole corner back from Donnie van Rooyen. Donnie van Rooyen now with Peter Grobler behind him. Peter Grobler obviously being a back marker, just going to try and get the rear wing here. There we go. So that's Peter Grobler, you can see, and then behind Peter Grobler is Dennis Knutzer. So that's a good 3 seconds back from Donnie van Rooyen. Conrad still in 4th, the guys have split up now. 3 laps to go. And it never ceases to amaze me how quick these races go. So 2 laps now, Donnie van Rooyen, when he crosses the line, it looks like if he just plays it safe, we'll definitely bring this one home. It's not the main event though, so not as many points scored for the 2 heat races as the main event, but you know, all the points do add up. So alright, so Mr. Consistency up in the front, Team Maximum Effort in the Red Bull. Looks like he's going to take this one with the last lap coming up. So Peter Grobler jumping up to 8th place, so nicely done by him from 10th to 8th. So maybe a couple of mistakes from the guys behind him. And there I see Tim Close and Peter Grobler having a nice old ding-dong battle here. So one thing you don't have to worry about in these oval racing is you can't go off onto the grass unless it's on the infield. But I mean, it's just walls, tires and walls. So Donnie van Rooyen, as I was saying, that takes the win. So congrats to him for the Heat 1 race win. Dennis Knutzer coming in 2nd and doing some donuts over there. I think that's, is that Melvin? Yes, it is. And Marvin Close in 3rd, Conrad in 4th, Martin Mankey's in 5th. 6th place goes to Mike McGear, decent result for him. 7th place, Peter Grobler. So from 10th to 7th, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So Donnie van Rooyen, Dennis Knutzer, and Marvin Close, your top 3. We will be back after this short ad break with heat number 2. So please don't go anywhere. Get ready for heat number 2's action coming up shortly. Welcome back, guys. They just skipped the practice session, which I was hoping they would do. It looks like they have. Yes, okay. Just wanted to be extra sure. So, heat number 2 is a reverse grid race, remember? So, we are hopefully not going to see too much carnage at the beginning here at the start of the race. There's some hooters going wild already, so guys getting revved up and amped for the second heat. So who will get the start and the lead that everyone's fighting for here? Everyone wants to be at the front, but we'll see how the start of this reverse grid goes. And Cleopas getting a great start there, leading them through turn 1. Oh, and again, already some carnage there. Looks like Mike McGear or Melvin close there. But Cleopas still holding on to first place. You can actually go on the TV cam for this. So that's Peter Grobler, and Peter Grobler taps Cleopas and gets tapped in the process. So unfortunately, there's some huge contact again. Unlucky for Peter Grobler. He was trying to capitalize on the slower car of Cleopas, but being a little bit too eager, I think, caused some contact, and then the guy behind him didn't anticipate that, obviously, and went into the back of Peter. So Dennis Knutzer is second now, fighting with Mike McGear. Okay, not anymore. Dennis Knutzer has taken the lead from Mike McGear, and Melvin Close is actually, Mike McGear has dropped all the way down to 8th place. Is he going to drop to 9th? We'll have to see. But Dennis Knutzer, this is what he needed. You know, if he can get this one done, that's one each. One for Donnie and one for Dennis. So Melvin Close at second. Like I said, Conrad at third. Tim Close at fourth. I actually just want to adjust the volume here. The car volume sounds a little bit too loud, I think. But I don't want my voice to be too loud. But Dennis Knutzer still leading him away with a second lead over Melvin Close. Where is Donnie van Rooyen? Donnie van Rooyen just taken third place now, away from Tim Close. So we'll try and keep an eye on Donnie van Rooyen and see if he can make his way up the field. It'll be amazing if he can actually work his way up through third and second place and get the win on this one. 14.1 his last lap around. And at the moment, he's about 3 seconds behind Dennis Knutzer. So looking ever so consistent as always. Is he going to make the move here up on Conrad? I think he is. Conrad gave him the space. So good job. Up to third now for Donnie. So Craig saying get in there, Melvin. But yeah, unfortunately, Melvin is dropping slightly. He must have made a little mistake now on that last lap, running the Mini, the newly added Mini to the series. But Dennis Knutzer is at the moment running away with this. Melvin Close now dropping to, I think, 2 seconds back, although Melvin Close with a faster lap round that last time around. It's just the consistency that he needs now. And Donnie van Rooyen, 3.8 seconds back from Dennis. So might be a bit much to ask for him to get the win here, but maybe he can try and get second place. He's definitely going to fight till the death here to get that second place. So Cleopas now, again, very unfortunate that he had pole position in the second race. He's now in 10th. So I'm not sure how much practice these guys get during the week, but I mean, obviously, the more practice you get, the quicker you are, which is normal, you know. More practice makes you a better driver. So Hammond Nemo now in 9th, battling it out here with Martin. Oh no, Martin Mankis is actually further up ahead. Peter Grobler swapping positions with Mike McGear. So Mike McGear dropping one there. Peter Grobler making his way up to 6th. With 4 laps left to go, Dennis Knutzer is still over 3 seconds ahead of Donnie van Rooyen. But Donnie van Rooyen putting in the fastest lap of the race so far, 13.8. So that is a pretty quick lap. With 2 laps left to go, he's not going to have enough time to gain these positions unless Melvin Close actually makes a mistake. You'll see Darnie there right behind him. The back marker getting out the way, but with 1 lap left to go. Oh, some carnage up at the front. I didn't even catch that. It's Peter Grobler and Dennis Knutzer. So Dennis Knutzer had the win in the bag with 1 lap left to go. And who's that up at the front now? Melvin Close getting the win. So unbelievable to see Dennis Knutzer having thrown it away there. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it wasn't his fault, but that put his rival, his biggest rival, Donnie van Rooyen, up into second. Oh, there we go. Melvin Close takes the win officially with Donnie van Rooyen in second. Dennis Knutzer now finishing in third. So decent result for Dennis there, but I'm sure he's going to be bummed. Very upset about throwing away that first place or having that first place taken away from him. Conrad finishing in fourth, Tim Close in fifth, Mike McGeer in sixth, Martin Menkes in seventh, Herman Niebout in eighth. In ninth place, Peter Grobler, and finishing out your 10th place is Cleopas Awula. So, very interesting. Like I said, that second reverse grid race is always interesting, but some unfortunate scenes, unfortunately. But we are hopefully going to see a much better race, or more exciting race and cleaner race in the final round, the final main event coming up shortly. But let me just quickly jump to another ad break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, welcome back, ladies and gents. We are in the warm-up session once again, just before the main event gets started. We had a very eventful heat number 2, where Dennis Knutzer got spun around, or I'm not sure whose fault it was, but yeah, let's see. Hopefully he can get that win that he's been looking for all night with this final race coming up, the main event. Once again, we are at Desert Raceway in Walvisbaai, which is, for anyone who didn't hear the introductions, it is originally a dirt oval, but Peter Grobler made this track. He makes all the tracks for these ovals. He decided to put some tarmac down and add it to the calendar, so good job. Good job, Peter, in that. And then I believe he makes the cars as well. So all the cars that you see are made by Peter Grobler as well. Everyone makes their own skins, I believe. So yeah, guys, just not skipping the practice session this time. I guess they just want some of that extra practice. But as we see, it's been skipped right now. So who will get... I see we're still stuck on my car, so let's just quickly jump over. We'll go with, let's go with Donnie van Rooyen. Excuse me, I have something stuck in my throat there. But we'll see if Donnie van Rooyen takes yet another win, or Dennis Knutzer. You'll see him there sitting, is he in third? I believe he's in third or fourth. I believe he's in third. According to the way they're lined up. So we'll see if Dennis Knutzer can actually get that win that he's been looking for. He's going to try and get the jump on that Mini that's up on the inside, on the outside, excuse me. So let's see, is that Melvin Close is in P2, so let's see. As lights are out and away they go. So Donnie van Rooyen getting the jump again. Dennis Knutzer in second. Melvin fighting for that third position from Martin Mankies. You see those Lumo green lights in your rearview mirror and you're thinking, what the heck is coming towards me now? But Martin Mankies been very aggressive on the inside there. Donnie van Rooyen running away with it at the moment. Followed relatively closely by Dennis Knutzer. But Donnie van Rooyen just has unbelievable pace, you know, in any car he drives. So, you know, great stuff to see him just being so consistent week in and week out. But also carnage happening at the back there. Martin Mankies dropping. Peter Grobler, once again, he's stuck on the infield. And he's gone bundle bashing for some reason. Luckily, there's no reeds over there, otherwise he'd be blind. Luckily that's short grass, so he'll be able to make his way out safely, hopefully, but rejoins at the back of the pack once again. So 5 laps gone, 20 laps to go. Dennis Knutzer just half a second behind Donnie this time. With no traffic in front of him, I think he's got a little bit more of a clear head there. Melvin Close sitting in third. Conrad putting in a best lap of 14 flat. Cleopas just doing a 15 flat. So let's see how far Peter Grobler can fight his way back up the order, but our eyes are now once again on the two rivals, two drivers who have been battling it out week in and week out, Dennis Knutzer and Donnie van Rooyen. Dennis Knutzer looks like he's doing a little bit better now, unless Donnie's just saving his tires. Let's actually go on board with Dennis as the driver in the car reaches for that next gear, but it never comes. So just holding that second gear. No need for a chair on these short ovals. So last lap around for Dennis Knutzer is a 10th faster than Donnie van Rooyen and looking on the inside, but thinking better of it. He just wants to maybe wait till the end. There's still 15 laps to go. So these two seem to be bringing the action every week. I'm glad there's some close action like this. It's always good to see. It makes it exciting. So it would make my job pretty boring if it wasn't. So Some fights going on throughout the track. Actually, he has Melvin Close coming up behind. Is that Peter Grobler? Actually, yes, I think it is. Trying to get past Peter Grobler, Melvin Close there. Will he make it around? We will soon find out. So Peter Grobler holding his own right now. Let's keep our eyes on the front too. Coming up to some back markers now. We are going to actually follow along again on board with Dennis Knutzer, that back marker. I'm not sure who that was, but getting out the way, trying to keep out the way. Let the front runners battle it out. So 10 laps now to go. That's how quickly these laps go. You know, 13 seconds a lap is not long at all, but still half a second behind. Peter Grobler is still in last place at the moment. We are missing 2 drivers, so I'm not sure where they are. Maybe they're in the pits. But Conrad and Mike McGeer looks like they got a fight on their hands. Although, as I say that, Conrad just pulling away slightly from Mike in that mini. Anyone fighting with Herman Nivert? So he's on his own there. Although Marvin Close is catching up pretty quickly, he just can't get past Peter Grobler, the back marker. So 13.9 last lap around for Dennis Knutzer. Again, right on the back of Donnie van Rooyen. I do not like this view. Let me just try and get another view. Oh, and there's someone who's spun. That's Peter Grobler. Once again, spinning out or some contact made. I'm not sure. But I just caught that too late. Sorry for missing that. But unfortunately, looks like he took Melvin Close with him. I'm not sure if it was when Melvin was trying to get around him. But it's sad to see something like that go down. So Dennis now trying to mount an attack with 4 laps left to go. Neil Patricia saying, SRA, you have 1 more new subscriber. Cheers. So 2 laps, 3 laps now. Is it 3 laps left to go? And Dennis holding on to the back of Donnie van Rooyen. Is he going to be able to mount an attack near the end? A lot of traffic coming up in front of these two. Melvin still trying to get past Peter Grobler. So these 3 cars up in front of Donnie van Rooyen and Dennis Knutzer can play a big role in who actually gets the win here this evening. Doing a little bit of a slide there, Donnie. Is he going to be able to make it? Oh, there's Peter and Melvin in amongst the action with the final lap. Is this the last lap? Did he take the win? Donnie van Rooyen wins it, and Dennis Knutzer finishes in 2nd. Conrad Janssen van Rensburg finishing in 3rd. Mike McGeer comes home in 4th. Herman Nivert in 5th. Cleopas in 6th. Melvin disappointing 7th place. So not a win this time, but maybe he'll have better luck in the future. And then Peter Grobler in last place. Donnie van Rooyen doing some victory donuts there. He is I believe, your series champion. So well done to Dennis. He's still going on doing some donuts there. We'll see if we can get a shot of him. I just don't want anything to... There we go. So we'll get a shot of the guys doing some donuts. Congrats to everyone. Doing some more donuts down in the back here. So great stuff to see. Having some fun. I think that's Mike McGeer here, isn't it? I'm not too sure. But that concludes our championship for the ovals, for the maximum effort oval championship. So there will be more to come, but I'm going to see if there's definitely going to be some talks now in the next few minutes when I grab the guys for some interviews. So stick around. We're going to try and get the winners and whoever else wants to have a chat about how the championship went. and yeah, just see how their race went. So join us in a few minutes. I'm going to jump to another ad break, guys. Don't go anywhere. See you in a few. All right, welcome back, everyone. We've got some guys in the commentary booth here with me. We have Donnie van Rooyen, our main event winner for Walvisbaai, our last round of the championship. And then we have Dennis Knutzer, we have Conrad, and then a lot of other guys joining us, Cleopas, Martin Mankies, Melvin Goos, and Peter Grobler. I believe that's everyone, yeah. So first of all, I think I always say, that was the best race I've watched all, season long, but it always just, gets more exciting every time I come back. So, but Donnie, congrats. I believe you now have officially taken the championship win. So, yeah, congrats. And looks like you had it pretty easy going there, but in that last race, Dennis looked like he just, just picked up a lot more consistency or put his foot down a lot more, got a bit more weight in that right foot. I don't know, but how did all those races go for you?
No, everything went well, but the last race, I don't know what I did, but my left rear just didn't last. In 10 laps time, it was red. So I was sliding into the corners, and then I was catching him. I was just stressing the whole time. Right. When I just overshoot, and he's going to come in, and I just kept it to the inside.
I saw you were being quite, it looked like you were getting ready just to make your elbows as wide as possible. But yeah, I was wondering, I thought there was something going on there because that didn't look normal. And yeah, it happens when your left rear or right rear or both your rear tires just all of a sudden start dropping off. But yeah, man, well done on holding it together and taking the win again. But
I always tell myself, never change setup before the race, and I did that again. Stupid.
Well, luckily you didn't have, the championship. You had a little bit of leeway. I think even if you overall finished second or third, I think you might have still taken it. So, you still had Dennis chasing you down. But this whole series, it looks like it was you two biggest rivals out of everyone. Definitely. But yeah, no, congrats. And then I'm still waiting for my race results again to update. I don't want to get the results wrong. But Dennis, I believe, did you finish second in that last race?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I was in such a daze over there at the end, still trying to recover from what was actually going on there. But congrats. I think that also puts you in, what is it, second overall in the championship by quite a margin as well, over about 90 points, 100 points. So yeah, congrats on your P2 overall, and then some tense racing, as Donnie said. But I bet you had a feeling halfway through that main race that you were going to be able to catch Donnie, but unfortunately some back markers also getting in the way there.
I saw him getting wide the whole time, and I knew something was wrong. So I tried to get a gap back, just couldn't.
Yeah, it's you know, and I was also thinking to myself that you must be able to see this happen in front of you, and like you just mentioned, you did, and yeah, whatever you tried just didn't work, and then especially it doesn't make it easy with those back markers. I mean, Peter Grobler is not usually a back marker, but with the luck he had tonight, he was difficult to get past because, like I said, he's not usually one of the guys that are at the that are at the back. But anyway, P2 overall, nice finishing position for the season, for the championship. And then Melvin Goos finishing in third overall. Congrats. And you also had a little bit of unlucky moments this evening. I'm not sure if you got spun or if you spun someone else or what happened, but I just kept on missing the action because I would be following two cars and then I would change over to the leaders again, and then when I looked again, those two cars were in some sort of mayhem over there. But Melvin, otherwise, how did the season go for you and also the races this evening?
Race 1 and 2 was fine. It was fun. It was race 2 was actually, I didn't expect the one there, so it was a maiden win for the Mini in its second race. Bit of getting used to it. It's a completely different car to the Fiesta that I've driven earlier, so switching mid-season or towards the end was a bit of a gamble, but it's a fun car. It's really so much fun to drive. Great turning compared to the Fiesta.
Okay.
But out of the corners, it is a handful. It's lights up the tires. Race 3, yeah, that was driver error. Don't know what happened there, but it was fun. It was. I think of the whole season, tonight was the most fun. It was my home track, and it's a gravel track now. We're racing it on tar, but it's so wide and so fast.
Yes.
At stages, you could see the car suspension working, hopping, and it was a lot of fun. It was sitting there. Yeah. Obviously, Donnie and Dennis was in the league of their own the whole season. So congrats to them. I think if Andrew didn't have issues with him moving and stuff, it would have been a different ball game. But yeah, we pulled it through. And Peter, well done on the build of the Mini. I've been begging him for over a year now, and he finally pulls it off. And I love the car.
Nice, man. Yeah, thanks to Peter. He's done a great job with the tracks and the cars and all that. And I actually, it slipped my mind. I was saying I need to remember to mention, and you just mentioned it, that in the heat number 2, you got that race win. Luckily for you, it was gifted to you on the last lap or the second last lap. So on your home track, it's got to feel good. And yeah, I was saying to the viewers as well that this is actually originally a gravel, dirt oval that Peter just decided to throw some tar down, and yeah, it looks great. It looks like quite a fun track, and like you said, nice and wide. But yeah, congrats on finishing third overall, and unlucky for all the incidents. But I guess that's the way sometimes racing goes, and hopefully next season. You can, put another strong fight, and then maybe give Donnie a run for his money. Maybe we'll see. We need a 3-4 way battle up in the front there.
Oh, it's going to happen. I mean, obviously, just in general now, what's happened is SRAC has gone back to its roots. We've changed our name back to Simrace Africa, which means everybody is welcome. SRA, and obviously the whole over league is moving over to SAOL, which is South African over leagues. Okay. And we're working together. We'll be doing the circuit racing part of things, and they will be doing the over league. And we're going to to bring in some fun stuff. Like you can look forward to seeing some hot rods on a national SA tracks. That we've got all the tracks now. We've got a guy building them and doing a brilliant job. We've got Peter building the cars, upgrading the cars. You might see some V8 soon on the ovals. It's not unseen. We've got stock rods. So for the future, between the two groups, I can assure you it's going to be hectic. It's going to be a lot of fun. And anyone wanting to join, please text us, message us, links on the tab, join in, and we'll show you in the right direction.
Awesome. Sounds lekker. Especially the sound of those V8s. And I mean, V8s stock cars on ovals. I know, especially the super speedway kind of things. I'm not sure. I mean, I know I haven't driven them on short tracks, but whether it be on short tracks, road circuits, whatever, I just love the sound. The sound is what pulls me towards them. So I'll be looking out for that as well. And like was mentioned now by Melvin, just if you guys want to get involved, the link to the Discord is in the description below there on the YouTube channel. So yeah, join, get involved. Be good to have you guys. But anyone else in the chat, in the booth with me, just to maybe want to mention something? Yeah, go ahead. I know we've got Cleopas, Dennis. Dennis Knutzer, we've already spoken to. Peter Grobler is there as well. So I don't know if you want to chat about the cars and the tracks coming up, Peter.
Yeah, thanks very much. Just want to thank you for the streaming. It's very nicely done, very professional, and thanks for Uncle Donnie for sponsoring it, and also for Maximum Effort sponsoring our Oval League. Like Melvin said, it's our last Oval championship that we're hosting as SRA. So it's going over to SAOL, that is now run by Ernest Basson, which couldn't be here tonight, as well as Martin Mainke. So they will take over the reins for the oval cars and all the tracks. We will still be involved in development of the cars, and there's quite a few cars that I'm busy with modding. We'll have the about 9082 Corolla, and then we'll also have the Mazda 323 that was always on the oval tracks, and then as well as the Datsun GX Coupe that we'll also introduce. Then I don't know if they're going to use the sprint cars. Maybe they can use the sprint cars as well. And then the tracks, I think we'll upgrade and update the tracks as well for the ovals. And that's about it. And then again, thanks Melvin for your contribution as well to the league. And congratulations to all the winners. And thanks to all the drivers that managed to race in this championship. It was very nice having you. Unfortunately, tonight wasn't my night. I did have the pace, but unfortunately, it was definitely not my night. I felt like a pinball in a pinball machine, but that's how racing goes.
No, thank you for those words, Peter. Yeah, and it's always a pleasure to broadcast these races. Like I said, always fun. And again, once again, thank you to Maximum Effort Custom Accessories for sponsoring this championship. If you guys need any tow bars, bull bars, hunting rails, cattle rails, everything like that, you can see their number or contact details on the screen now, on the bottom left there. So I'm sure they'll sort you out. So yeah, and then thanks to you as well, Peter, for all the effort you put in with the tracks and the cars. And then to Melvin for all the admin stuff he's been involved with, and then to Donnie as well, who is actually who's the owner of Maximum Effort. So thanks again, Donnie, and looking forward to the next one. But anyone else want to just give a quick mention or shout out or anything to say about the championship? I know Cleopas, Martin, you guys have been or not gotten a real chance to say anything, but now's your chance if you want to.
Well, I'd like Cleopas to say something. I mean, if you've been watching the streams and following the streams, he's been we've called him the keyboard warrior. And whenever he doesn't race, he's on the keyboard. If he's not on the keyboard, he's in the race. He joined us pretty recently, and I think he's one of the most avid sim racers I've ever met. And I'll boost him everywhere we go. So if he might put in his word, fellow Namibian and one hell of a guy. I've met him, and he's a laugh and off.
He seems like a proper character. Clearpass, take it away.
So the very first thing why I had to join the booth. Yes, I finished last, and it's not usual for you to have the last place guy, sitting in the booth, but I just wanted to first make sure that there are human beings here. I wanted to hear Danny talk, because that speed, that's just pure alien speed. I was like, wow. Dennis as well. I was enjoying them coming back and coming past me as a back marker, just so that I could say, wow, that's some pace right there.
That's speed.
Another thing, the juju I put on the track, I'm sorry, Peter. I left some juju, some bones there, just to give myself a chance. Like, you saw how it was second race, I started on pole. It wasn't reverse grid, just so you know. It's just pure talent, pure skill. It was all team orders. Malvin, you know me, Namibian. But in all seriousness, the league was awesome. Ovals was so much fun. Congrats to the winners. Morne, you're a legend in the booth. I'm loving this. This is so
Cheers,
much.
man. Appreciate it.
Just one more thing.
That was classic.
Morne.
Yes, Donnie.
I fought to keep that number one, and I did it. That's the only thing I want to say.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure you worked, ridiculously hard. You put in the time and effort. I'm not too sure how many laps you had done, every week in and week out, but definitely enough for sure. And
yeah, because the guys are getting faster. Sure, everybody's getting fast.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like we say, I think Dennis is going to come back stronger next time as well, and
definitely.
possibly a few other guys. Like Malvin also mentioned, Unro Stadler, unfortunately, if he didn't have any issues and that sort of thing, he might have been up there as well. And yeah, looking forward to the next one. So I can't wait to see what happens in the future. And then again, Clearpass, you are definitely keyboard warrior is like a super fitting name, because I've seen you in all the, not even just SRAC SRA streams, but I've seen you everywhere, man, and you're always there supporting all the guys, every community. So it's lucky to see. And yeah, man, thanks for keeping the spirit up.
You're most welcome. I'm still just waiting for you to respond to my emails, given that I am a Nigerian prince and I do have issues with my bank account. So if you can just respond to that now as well, let me know if you can send the details, and then we can sort all that stuff out. I'm just saying.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. But last thank you again to everyone, all the drivers, not just the guys that are in the booth now, but everyone who joined and made it what it is. Thanks to Donnie and Maximum Effort, Malvin, Peter, and then Dennis as well for giving Donnie a fight for his life there in the championship. And we'll see you guys next time. So have a good evening and good night.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks,
All right.
Cheers.
See you, buddy.
All right, guys. So that was it. Had a nice little chat with the gentleman there. As you heard, there's some exciting stuff happening planned in the future. SRAC will be going back to its roots. It'll be SRA, Sim Race Africa. So that logo that you see there will most likely change. So some V8 racing coming up, some more oval stuff. So if you're into the oval scene, as you can see, if you don't have a lot of time, and with one whole race, 20-lap race lasting only a few minutes or 4 or 5 minutes, then this is something for you. So we will see what happens when the dates are for the next series. But if you want to get all the info, just join the Discord down below. There's a link in the description, and we will hopefully talk to you on the Discord. But from myself, Morne, it's been one heck of a series. I only joined, I believe, after round 2 or 3. But since then, it's been a blast, and I can't thank you or give thanks to Donnie for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, to everyone in the YouTube channel, thanks for joining. But from all of us here at Sim Race Africa, it is good night. Hope you have a good evening. And from me, Morne, Plooy, it's good night. Good night.